Can I say peace to the people? Peace, y'all. All right.
Yes, yes. I be knowing I be on some shit I shouldn't, Lord forgive me. But if I could change a thing, I probably wouldn't. I be putting on a mask, still never smile for cameras. Try to keep the hunger of an amateur. Ampersand, ample ammunition, handle business, think it little. Plan, plot, and strategize, and look out for watching eyes. Occupy the lane I'm in, and know that even if I signal, it'll only change what I see in the rear view. I be knowing I be on some shit I shouldn't, Lord forgive me. But if I could change a thing, I probably wouldn't. I be putting on a mask, still never smile for cameras. Try to keep the hunger of an amateur. Ampersand, ample ammunition, handle business, think it little. Plan, plot, and strategize, and look out for watching eyes. Occupy the lane I'm in, and know that even if I signal, it'll only change what I see in the rear view.
Where I'm from, the celebrations are devastating. Change gon' come, but it feels like forever waiting for that dime and nickel to make $1. A lot of it never makes sense. Being easy to be an E, hope a king never leaves prints. Invented a different life where I take what I see, put it on the line, make it rhyme. Time never makes it easier, leave it and let it go. But it's there when I close my eyes, even more than it was before, so I lied. I be awake on most nights, work in the mornings, rehearsing purpose converted to verses. Merciless mornings, it hurts, and I feel I'm torn even worse when it's in a song. And the difference between the then and the now is it feels so wrong that I'm here. Yet here I am, narrator, illustrator, pro, and antagonist. You'll see a difference later if you wait to hear me out. If the mantras get the paper and your dogs be playing fetch, but catches call that misbehavior. The paradox is apparent. I be wondering the meaning, meeting me through metaphor. I be humble when I see him, mumbling my greetings, staring at my feet like I be nervous. Most evenings I'll be staring at a beat and seeing murder. I was gifted as a child. Granny listened and said it, told me to never bury my talents, give it and spread it. Learn from a Bible lessons much more than I give them credit. So really, my synesthesia is more like a synesthetic. I be knowing I be on some shit I shouldn't, Lord forgive me. But if I could change a thing, I probably wouldn't. I be putting on a mask, still never smile for cameras. Try to keep the hunger of an amateur. Ampersand, ample ammunition, handle business, think it little. Plan, plot, and strategize, and look out for watching eyes. Occupy the lane I'm in, and know that even if I signal, it'll only change what I see in the rear view. Maybe metaphors are easier because they ask us to think of something unrelated to what we really want to talk about, to actually talk about it. That's something I love about language, but I'm hesitant because there's nothing like what I want to talk about sufficient to make those who don't care. And those who do are constantly bombarded with new ways and encouraged to say it so it doesn't sound so much like it is, so it doesn't appear disrespectful or angry or militant. Even the truths we hold to be self-evident search for synonyms and metaphors across time for ways we can make them better understood. All things being equal, if we spoke of fruit, picked, plucked too soon from where it grew, to litter the land upon which its life force sits, has roots deep and thick, its very strength a threat in itself, begging warnings, perhaps hopes for tall, thin branches. We could understand how strange it might be to watch it lying there, this fruit, and how all of nature might be appalled. Not that it was taken, but that it was wasted. If we could imagine ourselves somehow equipped to do something about this type of waste, not only for want not of it, but also for the sake of ripe, old fruit and flowers that fall according to nature's course, and not taken for the sake of some justification that amounts to because it was there and because I could. If we could imagine ourselves so equipped, perhaps rather than it being noteworthy or newsworthy, the new words we sing are to the same old song, which sounds a lot like the one before it, and the chorus comes in on cue with some variation of "you are doing this to you," is not the song we follow along and beat our drums to. But we stop right then in that moment to say, today has to be different for tomorrow to be better. And perhaps we stop asking politely for people to stop picking and plucking and pillaging and plundering and killing and wondering why people are pissed off. And maybe metaphors are no easier because some fruit grows where it's less likely to fall like this, where it's more likely to see maturity, where it won't have to worry about bruising and browning on the ground while its pickers stand around watching the spectacle. So it's difficult to see oneself in such silly, figurative speech. If I was better with metaphors, I try to explain to the people who insist all fruit is the same how these particular cases are strange and how it's ultimately vain to proclaim all fruit matters if these few don't. But I can't imagine myself any better equipped with an apt metaphor than we are with solutions to this current issue, other than continuing to speak of fruit picked, plucked too soon from where it grew, to litter the land upon which its life force sits, has roots deep and thick, its very strength a threat in itself, begging warnings, perhaps hopes for tall, thin branches, so we can understand how strange it is to watch it lying there, this fruit, and how all of nature should be appalled, not that it was taken, but that it was wasted. And maybe that it takes us talking about fruit to even begin talking about us. Yes. Look, your favorite rapper's a fucking fraud. Would you believe a God who don't believe in you? What a start. Differentiation from the haves and the will not evers. They ain't trying to hear, still I lecture. The posture propping up, the propaganda's wobbling. They puffing up their chest, talking about squabbling and offering as little as is possible to follow for a probable solution to the obstacles we're drowning in. It's nautical, not a cold Kendrick or Drake is facing the waves, maybe waving from the shores while more of us under hordes perish. Fair is fair, it ain't their responsibility to mitigate the shit that's killing me. But when I speak, I mean to say the party's dying and the music's almost over, and I ain't heard from who you all call Hova. Where the soldiers at, with nothing left to lose or learn, despite the fact that all we got is us, and that's enough. We down to fight for that. God gives grace, I guess, but where's the line? I think we about to watch the party die. The next chapter in a tragedy. I ain't waiting for a hero to come magically. Stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. Well, it's happening. Crash test, buckle fastening. Is it fashionable? Is it actionable? Can you fix your own mask? Be the last on the boat? Plan, plot, strategize, actually revolt? I'll be tempted to remember yesterday's version of me better than he was. Today, I'm stuck between what I've always known and all the other possibilities. And since it's not killing me, I'm less willing to be on the front lines or make waves. Same as my father and his father before him, I'll join the ride after the tide changes. Same as those polled who showed no or low regard for civil rights at precisely the moment support was most needed. Most heeded the cautions that it would cost them their today, trying to imagine a tomorrow that must have sounded like science fiction. The horror of yesterday, fresh like an open wound needing dressing, the weight of history pressing hard, lives hanging in the balance. Many folks who quote this history now could have spoken then, but chose to remain silent. How hope is evoked by looking back at how far we've come, to see the distance in our vision of how far we've run, but knowing nothing of the struggle of how it was won, because the movement wasn't prudent till the spoils were all won. How will I say I acted? I wonder if I'll tell my children I marched. History says I will. I'll fill those gaps of apathy with a radical, fed-up, madder me who was so upset by what was actually happening, he couldn't stomach anything other than dramatic refashioning. I'll be sure to let them know how decisive I was, how there was no question what right was and which side I was on from the beginning. I don't really do politics, but I will erect monuments to my personal greatness in my conversations about the days when everything seemed so bad, so long ago. tempted to remember yesterday's version of me better than he was, while today I'm stuck between what I've always known and all the other possibilities. Tomorrow's version of me is right there, out in the streets, speaking truth to power alongside the few who feel compelled to do what I'll say I did too. He'll be much better than I was yesterday, when the most I could do was say, things always get better if you give them time, and wait for that to eventually be true. Tomorrow, I'll say, I did all that could be done today, with hopes that you'll remember me that way, and correct the choice I made that would otherwise leave me forgotten on the wrong side of history. You will not be able to participate remotely, fam. You will not be able to zoom in, mute video, or log out. You will not be able to live stream or tap back reactions expressing your love or confusion because the revolution will not be texted. The revolution will not be DM'd. The revolution will not be background music for the newest TikTok trend, earning influencers and advertisers clicks for content. The revolution will not top Billboard. The revolution will not win a Grammy. The revolution will not appear on a US postage stamp or a Forbes list over or under 30 or 40. There won't be an ESPN 30 for 30 documentary about the revolution. Rolling Stone will not rank the 50 best songs of the revolution, and the revolution will not be printed on the digital pages of spin.com. The revolution will not begin upstairs, and it won't be championed on either wing of the big bird that might be better represented as a red, white, and blue snake devouring itself tail first. Not only will the revolution not be televised, the revolution will not be tweeted, X'd, truthed, threaded, or Instagrammed, nor will it be featured in any status update in your Facebook news feed. You will not see the revolution scroll across your home screen notifying you that it was posted 3 minutes earlier. The revolution will not be remixed or auto-tuned to avoid being removed from YouTube. It will not be downloaded to your computer's hard drive, nor will it be capable of rebooting in the way you use the term. That is to say, there will not be an app for it. Apple will not be making and marketing the Revolution 2.0, which can also be purchased in white. Beyonce will not sing a country version of it that goes nicely with Levi jeans, and Drake will not have a verse, nor will he be singing the hook on the Revolution. The revolution will not be posted on Fox.com and redirected to AmericanIdol.com so you can find out who it was not won by, because of course you will not be able to text your vote through AT&T to show your support for the cause. The revolution will not be improvised by or teleprompted to the President of the United States of America for the divided states of America while craning their necks at mobile devices and computers, confused by the blue-gray lit lamps of illumination illuminating an Illuminati conspiracy. The revolution might be about purity, but surely those who know will know it won't be a revolution strictly based on race or faith. The revolution won't be a holy war, jihad, ethnic cleansing, or barbecue, but certainly it will bother you if you to this point are not yet bothered. The revolution will not need to divide its time between racism, sexism, or transphobia because it has no time to discriminate. The revolution will not have an internet protocol address. The revolution will not be preceded by a www dot and followed by a .com. There won't be cameras for the revolution. There won't be real housewives of the revolution. There will be no teen moms of the revolution. There will be no first 48 or intervention for the revolution. No extreme makeover revolution edition or survivor revolution. Hell, the revolution may not even have survivors. Another Super Bowl concert, some Adiracks, a rap caviar billboard, a Cadillac commercial, a whole aisle at Target to purchase what we purchased. Some kente cloth politicians for the cameras taking knees for the ops while the feds taking me. God gives grace, I guess, but where's the line? I think we about to watch the party rise. God gives grace, I guess, but where's the line? I think we about to watch the party die. God gives grace, I guess, but where's the line? I think we about